To the man who leads with kindness and strength, we honor and celebrate you. Happy International Men's Day to all the men out there from all of us at Leipzigers Club. Welcome to Matters Arising on Leipzigers TV with your host Faith Lover, and today we're going to be talking about the role of a man. And with me in the studio, I have the honor of having Pastor Armstrong. Yeah, welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
So, not to keep your time or not to waste your time today, we'll just go straight to why we are here today. So, I want to wish you Happy International Men's Day again.
Thank you.
So, my first question goes to you: what does it mean to be a real man?
Before I dive into the question for today, I want to use this medium to appreciate all men, irrespective of your religion, irrespective of your political status, irrespective of the background you come from. Nature has it that when we were given birth, every man is a leader. So all we need to do is to nurture it and grow with it. For real men, all men are men. But inside the men, there are other men.
All men are men, but
so
inside
the men, there are other men. When I say other men, these are the factor where I come from. I say they're real men. Because before somebody will cut me out of context, I say, okay, so are they bad men? No, every man is a man. But inside men, there are men. Why do I say there are men? Because there are things that qualifies a man to be a real man. So those are the things that make us separate, makes other men to separate from other men.
Okay.
So some of these things are having compassion.
Wow.
If a real man have compassion toward God, all he does, he follow the principle that God has set. Like me, I'm a Christian, and other believers have their own belief on how the principle they follow. So because of that compassion, now have compassion. Because of that compassion that God has put in me, I have compassion towards my family, I have compassion towards my wife, I have compassion towards the people around me. And two, what makes you a real man again is to have that power of protection upon your family. You're always there to protect them. In as much God has put them in charge so that you protect them from harm's way. And three, again, you have to be a servant leader to them. That's the qualities of a real man. You have to be a servant leader to lead, and in as much you are leading yourself, you also lead your family. In as much you put your confidence and your hope in God, and He directs your path. Then again, you have to be available. Some men are not available.
That's true.
They are never available for their family. So it gets your availability makes the family unite together. You understand? Your availability will ease some of the difficulties they have in the family. So a real man have to be available. And fifth again, the real man have to provide. Have to provide for his or her family. Some women use it against the men sometimes. They quote the scripture from 1 Timothy 5:8 saying, he does not provide for his family is an infidel. So I believe no man is an infidel. No man is an infidel. So every man have to go out there, work tirelessly to provide for the family. You understand? Then the last but not the least, the last that crowns what a real man loves family. Love his wife, love his family. No matter what, come rain, come sun, you have to care and love your family.
Thank you so much. Those were top notes that you gave us right now. So I'll just, on a lighter note now, I went to the markets yesterday and then I saw a man that was selling something and he was like, women they order and men they pay. So coming to the house now, talking about the finance, do you think that the roles should be split, or you feel as a real man that you are, the man should handle the financial aspect, while according to that man, the woman should be the one ordering the stuff in the home?
Okay, let me come from this aspect. Some men, there's something in the man that I do tell people that you don't go, I do tell ladies or women, don't dare go to that area.
Okay.
Every man has an ego.
Wow.
Every man has an ego. So you don't puncture or touch that ego. You understand? So when it comes to who pays or who doesn't pay, you just check your level. If your financial status is not up to the level of your woman or your wife at home, that does not mean that you won't support the family. You will continue to support as little you have to the family. Now the woman will not take it as pride because I have more than you, and so I dictate what happens to the family. No. All she will do is to support you as a husband. In as much you control the affairs of the home. But it gets to a certain, like now, it gets to a place whereby the attention of the woman will be needed more outside than at home. Why? Because of her level of work. That does not mean that she neglects her duty at home. No. But the husband, however, will understand that she is supporting the family. It's not that she's trying to go above my authority, no. But in as much the little he has, he can still provide and support the family.
Okay.
So there is nothing like compromising or fighting against who's head the family or who's open. No. The man has always been the head of the family.
Amazing. Thank you so much for doing justice to that question. So I'm going to ask you, over time, how has your definition of masculinity evolved? Being a child, I think there are some ideas you have. Okay, if I now looking at the context of a home now, if I get married, if I do this one, I'll be a real man. I'll do so. Over time, as you have grown from being a boy to a man, how has your masculinity, the idea you have, how has it evolved over time?
Great question. You know, when I was a child, when I was growing up, there's this insight I had, this vision I have about who a real man is supposed to be. You understand?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be otogu. You understand? You're supposed to be all in all.
Yeah.
You understand? The ladies are supposed to worship you. The ladies are, you understand? You're supposed to dictate things and things are happening. But growing up, you don't understand there are forces. You know that nature have created those things to be. There are principles whereby when you walk, you attend to some of these things that you have dream and desire to be. But now you growing up, now you now come to a level whereby you now see there are forces limiting you to be who you truly want to be. So at that point in time, you now see your expectations are not complete. You understand? So now you're now left with, but by so year, I have time it. I said by year 18, I'm supposed to be driving a car. By 24, I'm supposed to have a good house, get married. By 30 years or so, I'm supposed to have 2 kids or 3 kids. By now, my second year, you understand? And you now see that situations now are not the way you are dreamed about when you're small. So at that particular time, you kill yourself. But rather than you now nurture yourself to grow to the ability, you understand, of what is at reality at that point, you understand, so that you increase your tenacity on how you excel.
So that is to say now that the definition of masculinity you have right now cannot be compared to that you have.
Definitely.
So, second to the last question that I have for today is, we hear statement like men don't cry. So I'm going to ask you, what are the lessons you have learned the hard way about being a man?
Wow, there are many lessons. There are many lessons. Growing up, we do see our parents do some things, and my dad do something sometimes, and we're like, hey, you go, you're a man, why would we do such a thing? Sometimes we even question him. I said, no. But when we now grow up and we now understand some scripture, we now say, wow. Now we understand. Okay, let me come from the other perspective. Please don't judge me wrong.
Okay.
Then when we were growing, my mom had a shop, you understand, and she sells in a shop, and close to a shop, this beer parlor close to our shop. Yeah. So then I would now see some family men come to the beer parlor and now sit down from 4 o'clock to 4 p.m. till night, and you'll be asking yourself, why would these mature men leave their home and just want to, you understand? Then when we were complaining, my dad would now say, he looked at me and I say, there are some things I'm doing now till we grow. So now, I now grow now and I realize those people are not just coming here just to drink because they want to drink. There are challenges at home that is pushing them away. There are situations that are inconducive for them. So sometimes they leave that home, they need a fresh air to think. So in their mind, the only fresh place they can sit and think is just come and sit at the beer parlor. And when they meet their friends and they not discuss it, you see them, you know, they say take this bottle, take this one too. So they feel like if you take 1 or 2 bottles, everything will solve, and you just go home and night. So you understand conditions like that. So now when I'm growing up, I don't understand there are many things in family. Family go through many things. Sometimes, if it is not sickness, it's not coming from neighbors. If not neighbors, you know, this family thing is like 2 imperfect people coming together to understand themselves. If it is your own self, you understand yourself, but the different person, you try to convince the other person to understand you. You understand? So growing up now, we now understand these challenges is something you grow in it, then ask for grace. You understand? For mutual understanding between you and your partner and family. And there's one thing again, you don't avoid when it comes to family prayer. You have to pray consistently. Because I think that's the only way out.
Okay, thank you so much. My guest for today has done an amazing job just providing insight to what it means to be a real man. I hope you all are learning out there. So before we wrap up for today, our time is against us. I hate to announce, but I saw something that was trending online on Instagram some few days ago where Senator Dino Melaye, yes, Dino Melaye posted something. He said, "Forget nest of king, I will rock myself, take care of myself. If anything remains, congratulations to you, my beloved children." So, and then you saw what the scripture said in Proverbs 13 verse 22, where the Bible said, "A good man leaves an inheritance for his children." So my question is, what kind of legacy should a real man strive to leave behind?
A real man, the legacy a real man should leave behind for his children, in as much that if he has wealth, yeah, it's good for the children to acquire the wealth so that at least they won't come into this world to suffer much. You understand? But the legacy they should have is to love and respect. In as much love and respect again to put the fear of God in them. Because when the fear of God is in you, those acquired wealth will not be spent lavishly.
Okay.
When the love of God is in you, you understand? You know, there's a train of a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
So when the father trains the child with love and respect, the father has the right to spend all the wealth.
No. See, that's what I'm saying. If you train them in the way they should go, train them in a godly way, you know, put that fear, put that inspiration. See, there are some parents that will say, yes, I have wealth, but my child will not touch my wealth till he reaches to so age. Because that age now is you reaching to the age of maturity. You to determine what is wrong and what is right. You know, there's some youthful age whereby when you get those resources, man, you lavish it. And before you know, you're thinking and say, wow, so thing they can have. I don't know what I do with it. But there's a stage that you will reach. You don't need someone to advise. You advise yourself. You advise yourself. Say, come on, this thing I'm doing. This is so there's a level whereby everyone's eye open. So at that stage, now, as a parent, you want to teach your child so that at least when you go, the person will take up your business and handle it well and make sure that the business even grow more blossom than what you are doing. Mm-hmm. So what Dino was trying to say was that to him, he has seen in this generation nowadays where children lavish their dad's money, and in fact they don't even keep fit for their own children. Yeah.
Okay.
The children, they will lavish it and they won't give it for their own generation. So why will you as a parent will suffer and keep for them, and then will not keep it for their
So
own
parents should
generation.
not give in.
No, I'm not saying so. I'm not saying that's the perspective he's trying
It's got-
to even him now as a Dino, he is keeping something for his children.
That's true.
You understand? But he's making that statement based on the things, you understand, happening. So if this kind of things can happen, then why will I keep it for you to come and squander it for only you without keeping it for your own generation?
Okay. Thank you so much for providing answer to that. So this is where we close up. Children should be responsible and don't just depend on your father's wealth. You should be able to make something out for yourself. I've come to the end of our show today. Thank you so much, Pastor Armstrong, for doing justice and coming to our studio for today. Thank you to all our subscribers for connecting with us at all times. And if you are new to this space, you can hit the subscription and the notification button, leave your comments, your likes, and you can also share our video. Until we see you again, Matters Arising, Faith Global on Life Changers TV. Bye-bye.